Howdy folks! What you see here is a Casablanca Delta II in Glossy Black. This ceiling fan is from April of 1986, as seen here. And it is not labeled Delta II on the tag, oddly enough. You just have a big blank space where that ordinarily would be. This is the second of 4 Glossy Black Delta IIs that I recently got off of Facebook Marketplace from a hair salon that was closing down. And it is using an alternative mounting style, however it did come with its downrod and hang true. And I also put on the tassel myself, but otherwise everything here is original. So now we'll go ahead and demonstrate this fan, starting with low. I don't have too much to say about this fan relative to what I said in the first video. The bearings are also very bad on this one, so they're actually worse on this one. So again, prepare yourselves for some loud bearing noise and turn down your volume if you're using headphones. But yeah, as I said in the last video, Glossy Black was part of the designer series that Casablanca introduced in 1986, which introduced a whole new line of finishes that, you know, the users could select for certain models, such as the Delta II, the Lady Delta, and then the Panama later on. And Glossy Black was probably one of the more popular of the designer finishes. The most popular by far was definitely Snow White, as that's probably the only one of those finishes nowadays that's actually considered common. I'd say Glossy Black might have been the second most common, then Designer Gray, then Ferrari Red, and then Decorator Mauve was definitely the least common. And then if you throw Moroccan Sand and Dusty Rose in the mix, which came, I think, the following year in 1987, then let me bump it up to medium real quick. And pardon my body getting in the shot. I do have kind of a tight space to maneuver with the way I have things set up here. So yeah, I'd say Dusty Rose, would be second to least common, and then Moroccan Sand would probably be in between either Dusty Rose and Ferrari Red or Ferrari Red and Designer Gray. See, as you can tell, the bearings are very noisy and very worn. Like the first one and the third and fourth ones, I'm probably going to replace the bearings on these fans as soon as they come down from this initial testing install. However, other than the loud bearings, it runs pretty nicely. It's balanced pretty well, as even on the Hunter original style mount, there's almost no wobble. And this one does have a few paint chip marks on the switch housing. However, aside from that, it's in pretty pristine condition. On some of the blades, there is a little bit of hairspray residue. However, again, I scrubbed that off the best I could, and it was a lot worse when I first got them, but I scrubbed really hard and got as much of it off as I could. And then there's high. This one, I believe, spins faster than the first one, whether that's because of the motor, the capacitor, or the bearings being a little looser, not sure. Could be any one of them or a combination. Blowing really good air, though, as Casablancas are known for. turn it off. And there you go. This is another 1986 Casablanca Delta II in glossy black.